Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. Got the rest of my delivery from Hornby. I'm not a happy camper. This is saying it was examined by the US Customs. The box arrived split wide open down one side. Then when I actually got out the package, which you'll see right here, whole package inside has been ripped open by our wonderful customs officials. They ripped it open and also very nicely just ripped open this box with this cattle wagon in it. I don't know why they chose to rip open this particular box, but they did. It's a pain with a little tape on it, but as I like to keep the boxes. Anyway, we'll pull the rest of the stuff out, we'll open it up, and hopefully find that nothing else has been damaged. So this package primarily contains the Coronation Class, the new Coronation Class Locomotive. We'll open that up and we'll take a further look at that, and then we will get that running on the layout with the Coronation Class coaches that came last week. Now, I didn't buy the TTS decoder for this because everything I hear about it is it's not good. So it's just going to get a standard 8-pin DCC decoder in it for now, and hopefully at some point in the future we'll put sound in there. The rest of these are all wagons. I discovered I hadn't bought a wagon from Hornby in probably close to 20 years. Recently I bought quite a few from Oxford Rail, bought quite a few from Dapple, Backman, but no Hornby ones. And looking through the catalog, I found there's quite a lot of stuff here that I didn't have. So there's a couple of 3-packs of wagons here. Not sure about what's in these. Oh yeah, so these are the retro wagons, as they call them. Crawford's Biscuits, Coleman Muscles, and Secotine. We'll open those up. And this one is the Jacob's Crackers, United Dairies, and Palethorpe's. Okay. Now the other ones here are just a whole series of different things. There's some cattle wagons, a number of different cattle wagons that are part of that problem. And then the rest of them are just generally private owner wagons, all sorts of different ones. So more cattle wagon. Just a slew of different private owner wagons that are going to add to my collection of private owner wagons. And somewhere in here there should be, start to look through these. Yep, there's a line wagon. Remember the video where I was looking at different wagons? I didn't have a Hornby line wagon, so added that one. More private owners. And, we'll take these out and take a look at some of these. Some of these are more newer. Some of these might have been around for a little while, but also wagons there to look at. Let's take a look at this new Coronation Class locomotive. Unfortunately, the more damage. I don't know if you can see this, but where they ripped open the packaging, they put a knife right through the outside of the box. It's unfortunate. There's probably not much I can do about it, but things happen. So, typical way, Hornby have drawing and a lot of information about the 7P Princess Coronation Class. And opening it up, we have quite a bag of goodies here. It looks like there's there's a different front and rear bogie, and an extra coupling, and some pipes. Probably won't use those, but they're there if I need them. This has a die-cast chassis, apparently, according to the info. And yeah, there is a fair bit of weight there. Definitely has weight, and that sliding roof, as a lot of these things do. It looks very nicely lined, nice sprung buffers. Zoom in a little bit on it. Okay, looking in the cab there, the doors are nice. There's plenty of detail in the cab there. Very nice handrails. There's some detail print there. No, it's nice, but in comparison to the last one that I have, which is from the early 2000s, I think they've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the other ones I have, which will go back to the early Hornby one from the 70s, I believe, and then we'll look at the one from around about 2000 that I have, and this one, and we'll do a detailed comparison. I'll set up a different video on that, and I'll also do a comparison on the coaches too, and we can run both on the layout and see how they look. So that'll be for another video. Something of interest that came in this delivery, these Hornby retro coaches, as they're calling them. A pack of 3. We've got United Dairies, we've got Palethorpes, and we've got Jacob and Company Biscuits in the first pack. The second pack has Crawford's Biscuits, Secatine Tanker, and Coleman's Mustard. We'll open up a couple of these and look at them. You know, as I say, they are retro, and I think part of that is they're the old moldings too. There doesn't look to be a tremendous amount of detail on them in comparison to some of the new stuff that we're seeing. But let's open up a couple and have a look at them. This is definitely a way for Hornby to use an old molding. I mean, even down to the couplings. I mean, these are old style Hornby couplings. It's a very old style Hornby molding on the bottom. The detail is nice. The printing, I think, is probably way better than we would have got in the past. There we go. You can see that. I mean, it's very nice and very detailed. But in terms of the moldings, I mean, these are old, very old Hornby moldings. And the same goes here with the tanker. I mean, they're fun to have on the layout and on the shelf, but I thought they could at least have put a modern coupling on them. I mean, to be charging what they're charging for these with those old couplings, just anyway, that's what these are. And we can again, you know, the lining is very nice, but there's just so very much little detail in the molding, and you know, nothing really happening with that. So merely just to show the detail here, we're looking at the 2 biscuits. This is the Jacob and Co. biscuits. As I say, if we actually look at the quality of the printing, it is, I'm thinking, probably far better than the originals, but the rest of them is just the same old molding. And here's a close-up on the Crawford's Biscuits ones. So for this part of the video, I thought I'd just do a comparison between, this is a Palethorpes from, I don't know, is it I'm thinking 70s, and this is the new one. But the only major difference is this is a 6-wheel and this is a 4-wheel. I have a few Palethorpes that are all this 6-wheel, but this one's in the box, so I thought I'd pull that one out and look at it. So let's open them both up and take a look. So when it comes to the lining and the detail on here, I mean, There's a big difference, right, between the way that this is printed and the way that this is printed. However, what I did have in the 4-wheel box van is a Cadbury's one. Obviously the lining is nowhere near as good, but if we actually just do a quick, fairly simple comparison on these, we can see this is exactly the same molding, and there is no difference. I mean, the details on the undercarriage are just the same, the details on the sides the same, details on the roof. This does have a tiny little dimple in the middle, which is not on this one, but it's obvious that these are basically coming out of the same molding. As I say, if we let's just look at the undercarriage here, this one, and we'll look at the undercarriage on the new one, and I think you can see there they're identical. I mean, let me try to put them side by side. There's no discernible difference. Obviously this has plastic wheels and this has metal wheels, which is a definite positive, but these are definitely retro. That's the best way to put it. Notice as I'm looking at this Pale Fops van, it obviously did have the sausages on the side there. You can see where the sticker has come off. So I found one that has the sausages on. As you can see, the sticker, focusing on this one, you can see that the sticker for the sausages is pretty crude, my best way I can put it. If we look at these sausages, you can see that looks much more like a pack of sausages. Definite much better job on the printing. I was trying to see if I could find a milk van that maybe used the same configuration for the bogies, but I can't find anything that has that on it. So it's a different molding. It's still an old molding, but it's a different one. I'm not quite sure where it came from. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that unboxing and also the comparison between the new and the old wagons. Please like and subscribe. You can subscribe with the button to the top right. I'm reaching an inflection point, so let's get some more subscribers to the channel and let's get some more viewers. Thanks.